So, you're smart, capable, and thoughtful. But when you speak, your voice feels small. I had the same issue many years ago when I started work, even before then, amongst my friends in social groups. I wanted to speak, I had things to say, but when I spoke, my voice felt small. I felt uncomfortable speaking in front of others. When I did speak, instead of coming across confidently with a strong voice, it came across timid, small, with not much impact. This is important to fix because when you're in the corporate sector, when you're working, you want to make sure when you're speaking, you're heard. People are listening what you have to say because when you speak, you should be speaking with a level of confidence. You should have something important to say. You want to contribute at work. And if you're in a situation where you're speaking but no one wants to listen to you, or you may be in a position of some sort of leadership and you're speaking but people don't want to listen or they don't think to pay much attention to you, you can see why this problem is something which should be solved. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about what I did to work on this problem and to remedy this issue of speaking, but speaking with a small voice without impact, to now speaking with more confidence, with impact, and so others would listen. So, one thing to do is to work on the nervousness when you're speaking. Oftentimes, there's a problem with when you're speaking, you're nervous speaking. You see, if I'm speaking and I'm confident, I feel comfortable, I'm at ease, it's very easy to speak normally. I'm in my comfort zone, this is natural for me, no problem. But when I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I feel like when I open my mouth, I'm outside my comfort zone. As such, that's going to reflect on your voice. So, here's an example. I'm going to be nervous and anxious. So, when I'm speaking, hey, what do you have a suggestion? Yeah. You can see that it's reflected in my voice. I'm a bit more quieter. It is sort of vibrations in my voice, not showing confidence. But instead, if I'm very comfortable, I know exactly what to say, I'm competent in what I'm talking about, I come across confident. I know exactly what to say. People want to listen. People are taking or heeding advice that I have. So, one thing to remedy this is to make sure when you're speaking, you're not nervous. You're not nervous, you're not anxious, you're within your comfort zone. But how do you do this if I'm nervous, if I'm scared of speaking, if I'm anxious? So, key thing to do is to practice speaking. Practice going outside your comfort zone when it comes to speaking and communication. An easy way to do this is just every day make it a habit of speaking more than you normally do and speaking outside your comfort zone. So, you may be very comfortable, very confident with speaking with your close family and your friends, but when it comes to strangers or other colleagues at work which you're less close with, you may feel nervous. So, make it a habit every single day to speak to a stranger, speak to someone you're less familiar with, and just make it a few words. Good morning, how are you? Just a few words every single day. So now you've passed that first barrier of going outside your comfort zone when it comes to communicating. Before, you wouldn't speak to someone who didn't speak to you first if they were a stranger. But now you're speaking to them, you're just saying, hi, how are you? Practice this every day for a week. And you'll see after week one, now I'm speaking to strangers, I'm just saying, hi, how are you? Then go to the next level. Make some more small talk. So, for instance, when I was at the particular office of one of my previous companies, there were some security guards at the front, and so I would make a habit of just saying good morning. That's the first level. Then the next level, you introduce yourself. You say, my name is Saad. Nice to meet you. What's your name? So you get their name and make it a habit to remember their name. That's level two. Do that on the second week. Get to know people's name. On the third week, mention someone's name. Good morning, Tom. How are you doing? Okay, that's the third level. Now you know their name. You're saying good morning to them. They're saying, I'm good, thank you. How are you? That's level three. Level four, make some small conversation. How was your weekend? What was the highlight of your weekend? Any plans for the evening? Now you can see you're gradually increasing the level of your conversation. And so, what would normally be speaking outside your comfort zone, which is barely even saying hello, now it's becoming more fluid to you. It's natural. The more you practice going outside your comfort zone, the more easier it is. The easier it is. So, when you're engaging in regular conversation, it's becoming more natural to you. What was previously outside your comfort zone is now normal. This is the new normal. What is now in your comfort zone is actually something maybe a lot harder. So as you can see, by practicing going outside your comfort zone via small, easy steps, just saying hello to strangers, people you would normally meet, good morning, your neighbors, gradually increasing your conversation. It can be with colleagues at work. Maybe there's someone from a different department who you might walk by on your way to the kitchen, for instance. You can say, good morning, how are you? Introduce yourself, and gradually increase the level of communication, which would previously be outside your comfort zone. This will eventually become in your comfort zone, and you go from there. Increase your conversations, increase the depth of your conversations, the length of your conversations. And so now you become very comfortable at speaking. So leave a comment below in the video. Tell me how you're finding it. Is there any struggles? How I can help? Thanks.